Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video. We are going to go through this. This is the entire Nude Ego collection by BH Cosmetics. Well, I'm missing two face palettes, but basically it's the entire collection. We are going to go through this. I'm going to show you swatches, I'm going to do a demo, and I'm going to let you know what I think about this collection because I have some things to share with you. I feel like I have some tea to spill. And if you haven't been here before, if this is your first video here, I would highly suggest subscribing because I do upload at least 5 videos a week all about makeup and beauty. And today we're diving into some more affordable options. I am super excited to be filming this because this is actually the first time ever that I received some PR from BH Cosmetics. If you didn't know, I am a huge BH Cosmetics fan. I love the brand, I love the things that they do, and this is the first time that I am receiving something as a PR. I also have all the lippies here, so we are going to be talking about these, and I have the brush set here as well. Let me actually show you this one first. This whole collection is available at the BH Cosmetics website, and it is actually available at Revolution's website, and it is available at a bunch of different places that you wouldn't be able to buy BH Cosmetics before. This is what it looks like. I still have it in here, and actually the brush handles are pretty nice. It's like marble brown. I'm saving this in here. So I'm gonna save this for a giveaway because I do not need more brush sets, but they look really nice. Just feels like a waste for me to be digging into this when I know that one of you is gonna have, like, you can see the brushes here. Oh, you can't, this is upside down, bitch. You can see the brushes here. I just know that one of you is gonna have such a better, like, time with this because I have so many brushes. I just need to clean mine. That's the problem. I don't need new brushes, I just need clean brushes. But a lot of you have been letting me know that you have been able to find BH Cosmetics in places that you haven't been able to find it before. BH Cosmetics was filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy late last year, which does not mean that you're going out of business. It just means that you are having financial problems and you're trying to dig yourself out of it. And the way that they actually dug themselves out of it is that they were actually bought by the Revolution group, like the Revolution Beauty. So they are now part of the Revolution group. They're under that umbrella, but the brand Revolution Beauty did let everyone know that they are not changing the BH Cosmetics formula, and that this collection, this one here, plus the one that I did with the quads, those collections were designed and like already done before they acquired the brand. So some people were telling me like, oh, you can tell that Makeup Revolution has been a part of this, and it's like, apparently you can't because they said themselves that they're not. So this collection was designed before they went into Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and I'm guessing the only thing that Makeup Revolution has to do about this is that the funding. I'm guessing that is the reason why we're seeing it now. There is quite a few palettes in here. Sometimes BH Cosmetics does collections that have more palettes, like this one, and they also had that Say It collection that had like 6 palettes, and usually their Halloween collections that they had like a couple of years ago. I guess they didn't do one this year because of all the troubles that had been for them this year. I'm guessing they're gonna come on strong, maybe the end of this year or the beginning of next year. That's gonna be like, that's my prediction of BH Cosmetics, is that they're gonna come back strong in the beginning of next year or maybe the end of this one. But it's not unusual for them to do a big collection like this, and sometimes they do smaller collections like the ones with the quads that I did before. I will say, I think that Makeup Revolution has 2 formulas. One that is decent, which is the one that we saw in the travel quads, and one that is amazing. And I will say, I've already swatched this entire collection, and these swatch like a dream. These 6-pan palettes, one of these are broken. I tried to repress it, but you can see it's like trying to escape from here. But these 6-pan palettes are under $10. I think they're $9 each. I'm fairly sure that these liquid lipsticks are $7 each, and I know that the big eyeshadow palette is $20. It looks like this. So I'm not 100% sure about the other ones, but they're in between that range of money, so they're a fairly affordable collection. And this is a more nude collection, but they've thrown in a bit more of a twist, like a curveball with a couple of these, and that's the one I want to try out. Let's actually talk about these small palettes first. These small 6-pan palettes are called the Unleashed palettes, and these come in 4 different color waves. The first one that I showed you here is called Blushing, which has basically more pinky burgundy tones. This one has 3 mattes and 3 shimmers, one of them being more of a duochrome. These swatch like an absolute dream. Like, they're so pretty, they're so beautiful. The only thing that I think is not perfect with this blushing one is that it is a little bit on the lighter side. Like there's no mattes in there, there's like really dark. Then we have the one that is called This Is Me, which is more of a cool tone purple quad. This one I really like. It has 2 cool tone plummy shades and then 1 matte like almost lavender and 3 shimmers. This one would have been absolutely like perfect if one of the shimmers had been a light one, but I will say this one is really beautiful, and this is what I mean with like neutrals with a little bit of a twist, because you can definitely tell that these are more toned down purples to fit someone who loves neutrals maybe a little bit more. But yeah, they swatch so beautifully. This is the peach emoji, and this is the orangey peachy one. This one, again, this one has 3 different formulas, shimmer and matte, and one that is more of a like a very emollient metallic, and I really do enjoy that. Again, this one is, if this one had been, one of the shades had been just a little bit more of a darker outer corner shade. I know not everyone loves a darker shade, but I do. This one could have been perfect as well, because I love orange shadow. And then we have the one that I want to be using today, and this one is called Wild. And this one has greens, and you can tell in the palette, it almost looks like the 2 green metallics at the end are actually the same, but they're not. One is more of a cool tone metallic, and one is more of a almost like a duochrome with a warmer base and then a green shift. And I also think the 2 mattes, they look a little bit similar in the pan, but one is actually darker than the other. This one looks really pretty, and I'm super excited to be trying it out. I think that these swatched like the BH Cosmetics that I know and love, and that makes me super excited. Let's look at the bigger palette. This one is called Power Play, and this one is a 24 color shadow palette, and this one has a mix of lighter ones, darker ones, more neutral leaning ones, a couple of cool tones, and some warmer tones like peaches and oranges. It has a really nice color here called Strength that's almost like an orange metallic. And I will say, I really like the quality of this palette. Again, it's swatched beautifully. I haven't tried it, of course. I can't say like, oh, this is amazing, but all of these eyeshadows swatched the same quality throughout all of them. So if I like the green one, I'm fairly sure that all of these are going to be good quality. And I do think that if you like neutrals, this will be perfect for you. I would never buy a palette like this myself, because I feel like it's too big and there's too many browns. Although when I look at them, there's a couple that I feel are a little bit redundant. Like these 2 here are pretty similar. These 2 here are pretty similar. I don't think that there are like any dupes within here, but this definitely could have been smaller. But if you're the kind of person that loves a big palette and loves neutrals, I'm not going to be here telling you like, don't buy this one. Again, I prefer something that's a little bit more curated. I know there are people out there who love big palettes. Every time I say I don't like big palettes, there's always someone that's like, that's my favorite, I love big palettes. And I'm so excited that there are things out there for both of us. Personally, had this not been sent to me in PR, I would not have purchased that one. It's just a little bit too big and cumbersome for my personal taste. Then I have one of the blush palettes, and this is the Flatter Me Sweet Cheeks Blush Quad. This one is more of the warm tone blush quad, and I'm really excited they sent me this one and not the other one, because that's more of a cool tone blush quad. This has warmer tones. I only have bronzer on right now. I actually was filming something before and I just took off my eye makeup because I wanted to film again. So I'll just reapply some of these things and just, you know, pack it on top of this when we're doing the demo. But if you're seeing something on my cheeks, there is a little bronzer on my cheeks. I tried to remove the blush and the highlighter when I removed the eye makeup. I think I did a decent job. Then we have the In The Buff light to medium all-in-one face palette. They also have one that is I think it's a tan to deep, but this is the lighter one and they have a deeper one. And I will say what I really do enjoy with this palette is that there is at least one shade here that is way too dark for me. And I will say that when there is like a light to medium, I don't feel like I am a medium skin tone, even though sometimes brand will release shades that they name medium that fit me. And I don't think that I'm a medium skin tone, but you know, sometimes you have to buy whatever they name them. You have to buy the shade that you are. And I will say I really do appreciate that this one goes way deeper than me and also a little bit lighter than me, because I feel like that really represents the light to medium. There's also 2 more highlighters or glowy blushes on the side here, depending on your skin tone. So yeah, this one comes in a deeper one as well. And also this swatched absolutely stunning, and I'm just very, very excited. Then we have the liquid lips. These are the only ones that, as I'm filming this, I haven't swatched them. So I'm actually going to include a little clip now of me swatching these on my arm, and then we can come back and I can do the demo. And again, I will leave a link down below to where you can find these. This video isn't sponsored, I just got these in PR, and I will leave a couple of different places where you can find them. If you have a place in your country where you usually can buy Makeup Revolution, but you haven't been able to find BH Cosmetics before, check again, because you might actually be able to find BH Cosmetics there now. Not only the new things, but also the older things. You know, there's a couple, I think I have a full playlist of BH Cosmetics. I will link that down below as well if you want to get some recommendations of the things that I love the most. But let's jump into this one and then let's do our makeup. Okay, so these are the liquid lipsticks, and this is Gorge, which is the lightest color. It is like more of a cool toned pinky shade. Next shade is Tickle. It is a little bit more of a warmer mid-tone pink. This is Fierce. It seems more like a salmon-y, peachy shade. Then we have Sin. This is still a peachy pink, maybe not as orangey salmon-y as the other one, just a little bit darker than this one that we had here. Next shade is Free, and ooh, they're starting to be a little bit similar. What is really the difference? I think that this one has slightly more of a terracotta undertone than this pink here, but honestly, yeah, that's not, you can see it's a little darker, a little bit more terracotta, but that's splitting hairs. This is True. This seems like a warm, slightly orangey terracotta brown. Yeah, like a warm, slightly orangey brown. This is Bear, and this is more of a chocolatey brown. It seems more like a neutral and not as warm leaning. And then we have the darkest color. This is called Bold, and this is like an espresso brown, and it definitely does not have any visible warm undertones. So yeah, those are the colors. Kind of a good range, but I wish that one of these mid-tone pinks here would have been a lighter brown, because I think that that would have evened this out nicely. I've just been having a little lip gloss on from before, so if I just wipe that off, we can get something on. I kind of want to do this like darker one, but I also want to try and see how these lighter ones are. So I am going to try the one that's called Gorge, and we're going to see how this one doesn't smell like anything, how they are on the lips. That is pink. That is definitely more pink than I am used to, so I am gonna deepen that up with my lip liner. Well, that looks nice. That looks really nice. Let us use a little bit of this bronzer palette. I kind of want to use this one. It seems to be more of a neutral shade with a little bit of shimmer in it, and I'm not mad about that. If I can find a brush. Hello? Oh, here it is. I'm just picking up a little bit, and let's... Oh yeah, this is pretty pigmented. I already have some bronzer, so take this with a grain of salt. But I actually will say, out of the launch that I tried before, those travel quads, the thing that I liked the most from that release actually ended up being the face quad. The face quad is really nice. I really liked it. Is that weird? I don't know, but I really ended up liking the face quad. I thought it was really nice. So I want to use, since we're having pink now, should I do the pink one? Let's see how that looks on the cheeks. Not like a super blinding highlighter by any means. This is more of a glowy blush on me, I would say. But I kind of want to use a little bit of this one. Should we do this one? Because I don't want to go too overboard. Oh, that is pretty. I kind of wish that the highlighter was a little bit more glowy because it makes it easier. But maybe it's not meant to be a highlighter. Maybe it's meant to be... Yeah, it says highlighters, bronzer and contours. Yeah, I don't think that that is glowy enough to be a highlighter for my preference. But I really like, I mean, it gives a subtle glow. Just put it like that. It gives a subtle glow. Let me do some primer. I really still love the Sigma primer stick. Let me do that one. Oh my god, I have such high hopes with these eyeshadows because they literally swatch like an absolute dream. Like they swatch better than some high-end, and like swatches isn't everything, not even by a long shot is swatches everything, but sometimes some formulas, when you swatch them and they swatch like that, you're like, this did tell me something. There's definitely information that you can get from swatches. So I want to use this one and this one. I feel like those are the two that I'm gonna be using in my crease. I'm starting with Spirit because I think this is not the right brush for this. If this goes away, it is definitely the brush, because this brush is very flimsy, but maybe it will be good since I'm starting with the lighter shade in my crease as like a starting up shade. But yeah, I want it to be noted that had I had a better brush clean, I would have used that. Don't come for me. Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me. Come clean my brushes instead. But look at that. Look at that. Okay, so I put some under my eyes as well, and I'm just blending the edges. I didn't really pack this on. I just like, well, you saw. You saw what I was doing. I want to use this brush, but it's dirty. Hold. I found another brush that just was a little bit dirty. Don't come for me. I'm gonna use this one now that it's called Feisty. And with a smaller, a little bit more denser brush, I am gonna try and see if we can deepen this up a little bit. I mean, it's not a super dark color, but it's definitely darker than the other one. And I wanna see if I can deepen this up a little bit. Ah, it's definitely a bit deeper. Do I wish it was even deeper? Yeah. Yeah, I do. But I still think, like, look at how smooth that is going on. There is no skipping. I am not having any problems with blending. If you see anything that looks uneven, that is definitely not the shadow. That is me. Or the choice of brush that I had for that first color, because I honestly think that these work like a charm. And I think they're $9, which is honestly shocking. So I think I'm gonna skip this one because it's a little bit more minty, and I think I'm gonna use this one that has the, you can see it has the warmer base. I'm gonna use that on my lid, and then we'll just put this one on as an accent. I'm just feeling this green smoky eye today, and I am gonna spray this because I want this to be as opaque as possible, and I do spray most of my shadows. That's really pretty. It is not 100% opaque. It has a little bit of a topper shadow texture to it, but I really like that because I think that that is more forgiving on a lid that is not 100% like smooth, because it won't bunch up and create that texture. I did get a little bit of fallout here though. I'm a mess. So this is the color Untamed, which is the lighter metallic. And I did spray this the first time I went in with it, but we are gonna put that just around the inner corner and just up a little bit here. Thinking I'm gonna use the exact same eyeliner as I used in the Natasha Denona look that I did yesterday. Is this a dupe for Natasha Denona? No, it is not the same colors, it is not the same quality. I like the metallics in the Natasha Denona more, but it's a very similar effect for $9, and I like it. I think it is deep enough. Would I wished it to be even deeper? Yes, but that is a personal preference. I still think that it is deep enough. And I just wanted to do this video because I wanted to show you that I do think, oh my god, I need to be applying makeup while I'm saying this. I think, and this is me guessing, I'm taking a stab in the dark. I think that BH Cosmetics is creating their makeup in 2 different labs. Or like in 2 different places, and one of the labs is better at making their formula than the other lab. That is what I'm thinking, because I just feel like you're always getting 2 different things, and I don't understand why it keeps happening, because this formula is really good, and the ones in the travel quads that came out at the same time, they're just decent. Not bad, not horrible, but definitely not that amazing quality that they can do. I think that this looks really, really pretty. I'm looking in the viewfinder. Doesn't this look really nice? Like, I'm excited about this look. I think I really like it. I just wanted to be like, this collection is nice if you were eyeing any of these. But at the same time, maybe you're like me and you're just very excited to see what they're having coming up. But yeah, just so you know that both of these collections that they came out with now, the end of the summer, both of them were created before they went into Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And I'm guessing the collections that are to come are going to be collections where Makeup Revolution has had something to say about them. And so that remains to be seen then, what kind of quality, what kind of color stories, what kind of packaging. I am excited to see. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm trying to keep it positive, but yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of living for this. I like the look. I think it looks really cute. I like it. And now I kind of want to do one with the purple one. Because I mean, honestly, those neutral ones, I'm gonna give them away. I'm gonna give them away. The quality is beautiful, but I'm not gonna be using those. But this one, this could be a nice all matte. I like small palettes, and I like small palettes that have some variety to them. I literally have a video that went up not too long ago talking about that. So I am excited about this quality from BH Cosmetics. This gives me hope that whatever comes out next, they will still have that really great BH Cosmetics quality. I feel like the only thing with this that isn't perfect for me is that this is a Nude Ego collection. It is a nude collection. It is what it is. Had this been a Clown Ego collection, I probably would have been vibrating in this chair. But I just wanted to do this video to let you know this is good quality. If you like these colors, this is good quality. And I am super excited that I got these in PR as well, by the way. Like, you have no idea. And stay tuned to see some kind of giveaway. I'll throw this in a future giveaway because I do not need another brush set in my life. So don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again tomorrow for new makeup releases tomorrow. Bye!